My name is Insane Raven, and this is the one that made it open season on Far Cry. Now, I wasn't gonna talk about this game. Far Cry games are pretty run in the mill. There aren't a lot going on with them as far as stories wise, and plus this one, I played it all on the channel for you guys, so there's even less to talk about originally. But I was going through a couple of the changes that we made. First off, I now review these as like a little segment that we do, so I can talk about it then. Yay! And I noticed I only have 2 more Far Cry games to platinum. As of this point, as of recording this and as of doing stuff here, I only have 2 more Far Cry games to go for, and that's Classic and number 2. With that being said, I was like, okay, it won't be that hard. It'll be easy to do. So let's do what we did with Lego, and just claim an open season. I'm gonna go and platinum every single Far Cry game we have, and just knock them out of the park at this point. So as soon as I made this decision, I was like, okay, I can talk about it on the channel as a Tales of the Hunt. I can go and platinum it. I went out and bought Classic on the PS3 as a downloadable, and Far Cry 2. Just saying, as like recording this video now, not making that decision way back then, fuck that decision. Worst decision I could have fucking made. And I'm gonna talk about Far Cry 2 in a later video, if I can talk about Far Cry 2 in a later video at all. But let me just tell you guys, I have already started to regret that decision so much. It's a decision I regret so much. But with that, I'm now able to talk about this one in more of a review sort of way. So if I wanted to also give this a different name, this would have been the first one to really benefit from the Season 2 change. But that's a pretty long title. It seems too business oriented, so I didn't want to do that either. You know how it is. So I do have notes. As you can hear my paper wiggling. One of the beautiful parts of not being actually on camera is I can hold notes up to my face and read it off a piece of paper. No, but it really, this game, more than anything else, it took religious zealots and doomsday preppers and kind of made them kiss. And it was like, okay, this is what you're doing. Good luck. Have a good time. And the issue is that it's a horrifyingly possible. And this is, and I'm jaded and I'm biased as shit because I'm American. All the other games had that realm of, oh, fantasy. It's just a little bit too out there. You know, you have Bigfoots, you have Yetis. Just a step or two outside of, like, possible. Mostly because it takes place in a place that I cannot relate to at all. And half of the draw of the game is exploring this wide open area. But, it's much more plausible from my perspective, this game, and that is my Americanism showing out, and I'm being a dick, but that's how it is. Not only that, like, I talked about this a lot in the final episodes of the Far Cry 5 Storytime series, but I also I wasn't going to talk about this one either because I did spend a lot of time, you know, working on it on the channel. I was doing like little of the side mission type things on the channel, and then not really fulfilling it. So I was like, you know what, you guys have kind of seen part of the struggle, you've heard part of the story, so I don't want to bog it down too much with all of that because it's not 100% necessary, you know. But that was kind of my views on that, and that's part of the reasons why I wasn't going to talk about it. Also because there aren't a lot of things you need to really have but tips and tricks on this game. Most of them are pretty easy and can be solved through either exploration or just solving a basic puzzle to kind of get it done. And that's one of the beautiful things about Far Cry, one of the things that I've always loved about Far Cry, and one of the reasons why I continue to platinum Far Cry games. Even though at this point of recording this video, I've only talked about 2 of them. I've talked about Primal, which was the first one I got in under a week, and this one, which declared open season on Far Cry. I have 2 more Far Cry videos as of this time that I want to make and I want to talk about, but those will come at a later date. So, and I've already told you which ones they are, so it's not like that mystifying or anything. But for tips and tricks, most of them just explore the world. And Ubisoft has created this world for you to be in and be involved in. Explore that world, like be a part of that. And a lot of the trophies will kind of come naturally. When it comes to the hunting down the bison with only melee kills, and where's the beef hunting down a bull with melee kills, you just use the Furious haplogen or whatever that thing is called, and you will get it extremely easily. Like popping the drug and then giving a single punch and end up taking it out on the cow. 2 punches for the bison, and boom, you just picked yourself up 2 trophies. Really, really simple. And I wish I would have thought about that while I was doing the story time. I was working for it on the story time with you guys, but I didn't. And that's part of the reason why I spent a lot of time doing those during the story time, and I apologize for that. Apologizing for that here, not on the story time. For the 8th killer trophy, the Faith's territory of the riverbed gets crazy populated with planes, and once you clear past the 2nd checkpoint. So before you actually go and fight Faith in the last 3rd section, there are planes everywhere, and you can easily take this trophy out legitimately out there, and that is one way you can do it. If you'd rather just boost it and kind of get a more streamlined experience with it, what you can do is that you can get a plane, drive it over to Nick Fryer's aviation area, put the plane on the ground next to the naturally spawning Nick Fryer plane there, drop a bomb, blow up 2 planes at once for a much easier experience for that trophy, much less stressful experience with that trophy. You can also do the same one for Bombs Away, I believe the trophy's called. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh no, from the Death from Above trophy, which you get for disabling 4 vehicles, for destroying or disabling 4 vehicles with 1 bomb. That's going to be pretty simple as well. But what I would suggest doing at that point is I would suggest getting a big old plane, driving it over to a place where there's a bunch of ATVs and that kind of thing, and then blowing up that. So you blow up the plane on the ground, 2 ATVs, and then a random car, if that so suits your fancy. But that's one of the easiest ways of getting that trophy is just hijacking the game and being like, okay, you've given me all these possibilities, let me do it this way. Is it probably how they wanted you to do it? Not at all. But with a game like Far Cry where you have all these possibilities, it is definitely the easiest way and the less of a headache way of doing it. Less relying on chance and more relying on manipulation of the current systems. Which, if you're a trophy hunter, you can kind of enjoy the everything that comes with that. Oh, everyone in this everyone in this scenario ends up dead. But that's for spoilers. The Pack Crack trophy, I honestly just recommend exploring. The game is meant for you to explore, so go ahead and explore. Find the things naturally. A lot of the times you don't even have to be looking at it, you just have to be in the general area of the collectible, and you will get it. There are a number of collectibles in the game, varying from bobbleheads, comic books, Vietnam lighters, baseball cards, and I think the other one, and casks, whiskey casks. I'm going to just let this sit here, so if we continue going on through that, you guys will have enough time to see how this ends. But that is easily, it's just another thing of you don't And it's one of the things that Ubisoft has been doing recently with their trophies, where you don't have to actually collect everything. They just, the way that Ubisoft has designed their trophies in recent years is that they just want you to explore everything. They want you to at least see every option as it stands, and that's something that is really interesting. I'll be honest. It's something that I wish some developers went, because some developers take it way too fucking far. Especially, like, I'm looking at you, Bethesda, with your Wolfenstein 2 Mein Open trophy, or whatever that trophy's called. I've yet to actually download the game because of that trophy, because I'm terrified of it. But with those kind of things, I would rather you go a bit short rather than you go all the way into insanity. So that's how I feel about that. The arcade trophies. The arcade trophies are either going to be not a problem at all, or they are going to be a very easy, or they're going to be absolutely awful. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. There's the finale of the game. Thanks for playing. Have a nice day. And I wish that I wish that that was a trophy. I'm gonna be honest. I honestly wish that that was a trophy you could get. I just find it interesting that Far Cry puts it in there. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying. That everything that Far Cry does is more meant for you to explore and for you to find out and you to do those kind of things without having to have this, like, you gotta find everything as soon as possible, as soon as you can, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. But back to what I was saying. The arcade trophies are going to be either really, really simple or nightmares on earth. I was fortunate enough to find a guy who was like, hey, I want to do the arcade trophies. Can you help me out? I was like, yeah, sure. I'm free at the moment. I will help you out. So arcade trophies for me weren't that bad. The one trophy though, Arcade Enthusiast, we had to do the 10 featured trophies, featured maps. I don't know what that was, but for some reason I really struggled with it, whether finishing it or just. But that was more of a motivation issue of not wanting to have to deal with that, with those trophies and having to deal with that setup more than anything else. Like I did not want to have to deal with that. But all the other arcade trophies are pretty simple. Like they're not unreasonable. They're like, hey, we just want you to try it out and kind of get. I'm keeping that in. Because of how like weird that was. Hope you guys enjoyed my sneeze. Of just how freeing that the game actually is. It's like, hey, we want you to explore these options, and if you want to go all the way in, you can. If you don't have to. You don't even have to make your own map, which is a big chunk of that online experience, is setting up your own thing and making your own stuff. But other than that, like I said, there's not a lot to talk about. It's a very middle of the road game. It's a very much a game where it's like, hey, all options are possible. Everything is fair and everything is up for grabs. Is a choice, which is weird with a game where like you almost don't get a choice if you do the main ending. How 90% of us did the main ending. You really don't get a choice. So it's interesting. It's an interesting kind of mechanic, I thought, on the trophy side. Alright, that's all I got for this. I'm gonna show you the platinum trophy. He's gonna plug his thumbs into that dude's eyes. I'm gonna show you the platinum trophy. I'm gonna give you my rating, and then we will call this a video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Alrighty, and this is the Platinum Trophy. Ubisoft has a nasty habit of not really putting a lot of effort into the Platinum Trophies. It ends up being just a trophy of some sorts, and that pretty much being it. I wish they did more with it, but it's not something that I'm gonna ding them on, especially with everything else is done in a way of like, explore your options, enjoy the freedom we've given you. So yeah, that's the trophy. Those are my thoughts. I think if you're gonna go for a rating, just go for it. But other than that, like, it's not that bad. It's not that easy. It's a middle of the road, basic game. And if you want my endorsement, there you go. Go for it. But all in all, don't really have much else to say. Thank you guys for watching. If there's another game you would like me to platinum and talk about on the channel, let me know in the comment section down below. Till then, I'm going to finish this coffee. I'm going to go record another one of these because it's time. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.